What is going on, y'all boys? NBA Wednesday is officially here, and I have my best 5 picks. Real quick, though, let's kind of recap yesterday's props for Tuesday inside the NBA. We ended up going 4 for 5 on props. We hit at an 80% rate, another solid and profitable day. I spent a lot of time researching these picks for Wednesday, so make sure to stay tuned for the end. I think we'll sweep like we did a couple days ago. On top of that, I have 5 over picks for y'all boys. If y'all know anything about me and the over, I've hit the last 20 overs I've taken on this channel, so make sure to not miss out. Now, lastly, before we do hop into it, I have to tell y'all about this crazy giveaway I'm doing here. I'm legit giving away a free signed Justin Herbert jersey to one of my lucky viewers. Literally, all you have to do to enter the giveaway is like and subscribe. After you're done doing those 2 things, comment done in the comment section, and I will go down there and enter y'all boys into the giveaway. Make sure you're entering before it is too late. The winner will be announced in about 2 weeks from now, so go lock that in ASAP before it is too late. That is legitimately insane. Let's get into the first lock of the day. It's going to be Zion to go over 15.5 2-pointers attempted for the Pelicans tomorrow. As you can see, he's hit this line 7 out of the last 10 games he's played in for a 70% clip. That is very impressive. Most recently against one of the best defenses in the country against San Antonio, he went for 18. That is great. On the 5 game stretch, 4 out of the last 5 for an 80% clip. On the 20 game stretch, he's hit this line 13 out of the last 20 games he's played in for a 65% rate. Zion has been one of the more consistent players in the league for a while now. Zion and the Pelicans are going to be looking to set the tone early into this game. Zion is one of the only bright spots offensively that the Pelicans had this year. Obviously, they lost a lot of guys in the offseason. They do have a pretty good defense, so on top of that, the Nuggets have a terrible defense this year. They rank number 28 in 2-point attempts allowed. On top of that, they rank number 21st in 3-point attempts allowed. Zion Williamson is a person that loves to drive into the paint. He loves to set the tone for the game. He loves to dunk the ball, so he's going to be taking a lot of twos. The Nuggets have a horrible inside the paint defense this year. They rank number 28th in the country. That's almost the worst in the league. I expect Zion and the Pelicans to take full advantage of that stat. On top of that, as you can see right here, he's averaging 17.6 attempts per game. That is very impressive. He's going to be looking to set this tone early. I see no reason this prop would not hit. In terms of value on this prop, there's actually only going to be 2 books offering it. It's going to be Prizepicks and Underdog. Both have them for an even line. So I'm going to be locking this in on Prizepicks for an absolute steal at minus 119. Please, y'all boys, go take this ASAP before the value does go away. Let's get into the second lock of the day. It's going to be KD over 29.5 points plus assists for the Rockets. Just like Zion, he's been pretty consistent lately. He's hit this line 5 out of the last 10 games he's played in for a 50% clip. On the 5 game stretch, 1 out of the last 5 is not so hot. On the 20 game stretch, though, 11 out of the last 20 for a 55% clip. Head to head, 0 for 2. 2025 season 1 for 3. And then last year, 38 out of 62 total games for a 61% rate for KD. Okay, so Kevin Durant is going to play a lot of minutes this game. Obviously, the Rockets are pretty banged up right now. That's just going to allow KD to get more scoring opportunities. Toronto does not have a good defense this year. They're giving up a lot of points. As you can see, they rank 18 in points allowed. That is not very good. Obviously, they rank number 10 in assists allowed, so that's decent to start the season. Obviously, there's only been like 3 to 4 games played, so we don't have a big enough sample size to judge if they're actually good at giving up assists. But points allowed, they do not look very good. They're not really playing in sync as they were last year. I expect KD, a veteran inside the league, to take complete advantage of that. They're going to be giving a lot of points up. KD, I think, is going to have an absolutely amazing game. I actually think he might drop a 30 ball just in points. On top of that, he is a person that loves to pass the ball. Obviously, the Rockets do have some threats offensively this year, like Sengun. He's been really good inside the paint. So if KD sees Sengun inside the paint or in the 3-point line or wherever he may be, Sengun is obviously going to splash it. He's been so good from the 3-point line lately. He's been so good from the mid range. And obviously, he's a great finisher inside the paint. So really anywhere he is in the court, KD is going to find him. He's going to probably hit the shot. So that's going to give him an assist. On top of that, like I just said, he's going to get a lot of points. He's going to be looking to set the tone early. He's going to be a shoot first point guard tomorrow. On top of that, as you can see right here, KD succeeded this 4 out of the last 5 games on the road, averaging 29.5 points per game. That is obviously way above that 28.5 mark. In terms of value on this prop, there's actually going to be 4 books offering it, all for pretty good value. I'm going to be taking this on Prizepicks again, though, for an absolute steal at minus 119. So please, y'all boys, before it is too late, go take this ASAP. The third lock of the day is going to be Murray over 32.5 PRA for the Nuggets. He's been so consistent lately. He's hit the 7 out of the last 10 for a 70% clip. On the 5 game stretch, 4 out of the last 5 for an 80% clip. Most recently against the Timberwolves, one of the best defenses in the country. He went for 52. I could not tell you how impressive that is, especially for a young point guard like Jamal. On the 20 game stretch, 10 out of the last 20 for a 50% clip. And as you can see, when he does track this mark, he's not going under by a lot. He's still having a decent game. Head to head last year against the Pelicans, 2 for 4. 2025 season 3 for 3, and then last year 42% clip, 34 out of 81 total games for Jamal. Jamal and the Nuggets are going to be looking to set the tone early. Obviously, like we already talked about, the Pelicans do not have a great defense. They rank number 26 to start the season in points allowed, number 27 in rebounds allowed, 27 in assists allowed. It does not get much worse than that. The Pelicans are not playing in sync right now. They did not play in sync last year. They're not having a great year defensively this year despite their offensive success. That's what's led them to lose a couple games. Jamal and the Nuggets coaching staff knows that. Jamal's going to have an absolutely amazing game. I think Jokic and Jamal is going to absolutely go off. Jamal's almost going to play the whole game in terms of minutes, I think. I think he might play 30 to 45 minutes. On top of that, Jokic has been so good inside the paint lately. When Jamal Murray finds Jokic inside the paint, that is a free bucket. That is a free assist. He's one of the best pass first point guards in the league lately. On top of that, y'all know how good Jamal's Murray shot has been lately. He dropped a bunch of points last game. He dropped 43, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. This kid really does it all for the Nuggets. He's been so good from the three-point range lately. The Pelicans are giving up so many threes to start this year. They're giving up a bunch of mid-ranges. They're giving up too many layups. Jamal Murray, he knows that. He's going to take complete advantage. Despite how many rebounds he's getting, how much he's passed the ball lately, I think he's going to be a shoot-first point guard this game. Jamal Murray and the Nuggets are going to have an absolute field day on just a really bad defense for the Pelicans to start this year. I don't think that's going to change either. They're facing one of the best offenses in the country. As you can see, Jamal Murray has exceeded 32.5 PRA 4 out of the last 5 games against bottom 10 defenses for an average of 38 PRA. That is extremely impressive. I see no way this doesn't hit. We're literally just betting on his stats to hit, and they've been hitting lately. I see no reason this would not. Real quick though, before we do get into my highest confidence last 2 locks of the day, Chalkboard has a crazy promotion for all of my viewers, and honestly, I'm not sure why this one's still going on. Chalkboard is legit hooking everybody who watches this video up with $20 for completely free. Not only that though, you need to go down to the pinned comment or description, use code GreenCity while signing up for Chalkboard. You're legit getting 100% deposit match. That is legitimately insane. Literally, all you have to do to be eligible for this offer is live inside one of these green states, which includes most major states like Florida, Georgia, Texas, Cali, Illinois, etc. So if y'all boys do live inside one of those green states, go down to the pinned comment or description, use code GreenCity while signing up for Chalkboard. You're getting $20 for completely free. That is insane. On top of that, you're also getting a 100% deposit match. I do not expect this offer to be up for very much longer. I actually thought they'd pull it from me a minute ago, so please, y'all boys, go take it ASAP before it is too late. The 4th lock of the day is going to be Jokic to get 12.5 boards for the Nuggets tomorrow. He has been so good lately. As y'all can see, he's hit this line 8 out of the last 10 games he's played in for an 80% clip. Most recently against one of the best big teams in the country, the Timberwolves, he went for 19. That is insane. On the 5-game stretch, 4 out of the last 5 for an 80% clip. On the 20, 11 out of the last 20 for a 55% clip. Head-to-head, 2 for 3. 2025 season 3 for 3, and then last year 46 out of 84 total games for a 55% clip for Jokic. I cannot stress to y'all how good Jokic has been lately. He's hit this line 8 out of the last 10, which is saying something. Obviously, in the Jamal Murray pick, we already kind of previewed Jokic. He's been primarily taking on the role of rebounding for the Nuggets. So when Jamal Murray misses, one of their other good shooters misses, he is all over the rebounds. As you can see, he's soared over this mark lately. He's got so many rebounds. Obviously, that was last season, so you can't really take that. This season, he's also been so good at it. Minnesota, one of the best big teams in the country. So point is, he's going to be all over the glass. On top of that, Murray and all those guys are going to miss some shots. They take a lot of shots. Those guys just throw shots up all game. Jokic is going to be on the glass. That's going to be his primary role inside scoring inside the paint. He literally lives inside the paint when he's on the floor, and he's basically on the floor 99% of the game. So he's going to get a lot of rebounds. I promise y'all, boys. On top of that, he's getting 23.9 rebound chances this year. That is so impressive. The odds he does not come down with 13 of those are just so low. He's hit this line 7 out of the last 8 games, averaging 14.1 rebounds per game. That is so impressive. Please do not overthink this one. Go take it ASAP. On top of that, this is a demon line on Prizepicks. Please, y'all boys, this might be the craziest log of the day. Jokic over 12.5 rebounds for the Nuggets. My last lock of the day, we're going to stick with Jamal Murray over 3.5 rebounds for the Nuggets. He's been so good lately, as we already talked about. 8 out of the last 10 games, he's hit this for an 80% clip. Back-to-back 6 board games for Jamal, Phoenix and Minnesota. 2 very good defenses, especially big defenses. 3 out of the last 5 for a 60% clip. 2016 out of the last 20, 80. Head-to-head, 3 out of the last 4. 2025 season 2 for 4, and then 2 for 3, and then last year 63% clip, 51 out of 81 total games for Jamal. Jamal Murray is a primary ball handler. He scores the ball a lot. However, he's been taking on the role of rebounding when he does miss. Obviously, not all of his shots are going to go in. He knows when his shots are going to go in. On top of that, he's taking so many more layups and floaters this year. He's actually mastered his floater game. So when that floater does miss, because obviously any shot's going to miss sometimes, Jamal Murray is all over the offensive board. On top of that, though, he's been getting way more defensive rebounds this year. When the other team does miss, he goes for the board. He makes sure the other team does not box him out. So when Jokic is not on the floor, he's primarily going for the rebound. He's the guy that's going to get it. I see no way this doesn't hit. He's been soaring over this mark lately. Even with Jokic dropping 19 rebounds, he still got 6 rebounds against a very good Minnesota defense. So that's saying something. Go take this ASAP before this value is removed. Jamal Murray has hit this 12 out of the last 14 games, averaging 5.1 rebounds per game. I cannot stress that enough. Do not overthink this one. Prizepicks minus 119. That value is legitimately insane. Go take this before they do pull the value. I appreciate y'all boys watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for the free Justin Herbert jersey giveaway potentially. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.